A woman cannot access her full feminine potential unless she feels safe. A woman doesn't have to feel motivated to access her full potential. She doesn't have to feel inspired. She doesn't have to feel productive. She needs to feel safe. The feminine doesn't open in pressure, she opens in safety. Period. And that's why so many of us, so many women feel disconnected, exhausted, and blocked, not because something is wrong with us, but because the system itself doesn't feel safe enough to open itself. So today I want to talk about this very important topic. How do we make our feminine feel safe from within? So first of all, I want to say that safety is often misunderstood. So we think that safety comes from external stability, like through relationships, through money, through certainty. But the real safety, the kind that your feminine energy responds to, is internal. And here's what we usually miss. The safety is held by the masculine, and the feminine thrives in the safety that is being held by the masculine. So, if your inner feminine feels anxious, guarded, or unable to relax, it's not the feminine problem as such. It's an inner masculine one. But today, I'm not going deep into healing your relationship with the external masculine energy in your life. I've already done that in one of the videos. I'm going to link it in the description box for you. For this video, let's assume that you're aware that your inner masculine needs healing and you're already working on it. So this is the assumption. Now we'll move forward. Now the question becomes, how do we start empowering our inner masculine so the feminine finally can rest and relax? Now there are three important pillars to create this kind of inner safety. Number one is boundaries, the walls that hold you. Let me ask you this. Would you feel safe enough to live in a house without walls? Even if one wall was missing, would you ever stay in a house like that? Would you ever fully relax inside it? Probably not. And boundaries are the same. Creating boundaries, healthy boundaries in your life is not rejection. It's not cruelty. And they're not lack of love. They are structure that you need to build in order to thrive in your life. So your empowered inner masculine knows who gets access to your energy and who doesn't, when to open and when to close. Having boundaries doesn't mean that no one ever enters your life. It means you decide who enters and when. And without that choice, your feminine energy leaks. So let's pause for a moment. And let's do a mini exercise. I want you to close your eyes and bring your attention to the body, your physical body. Feel your physical body as the first boundary of your being. Now imagine an energetic layer around you, like a subtle wall of presence around you. This is not hiding you, it's protecting you. Now notice if there's anyone inside this energetic boundary, and just notice. And then ask your body, who is here without my permission? And notice. Now, without force, gently move them outside your energetic boundary. And then take a deep breath and open your eyes. This is how you can start tuning into your boundaries and then strengthening them through awareness first. Now, second important pillar to strengthen your inner masculine is commitment, keeping your word to yourself. So let's talk about this. Trust. Have you ever promised yourself something like, I'll start this tomorrow, or I'll better take care of myself, or I'll change that habit, and then a few days later, you broke that promise. So here's the truth, and it's interesting. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your inner feminine feels disappointed, and you might not even notice it. It's so subtle. So think about this. Would you ever feel safe with a man who constantly breaks his promises, who doesn't stay true to his words? I know your answer is no, right? So why would your inner feminine feel safe with your inner masculine that doesn't follow through? Commitment is masculine integrity, and integrity builds inner trust. But, and this is important, you might not be failing because you're weak. You might be committing to things that are not truly yours. So now let's pause here and do a mini practice again. So close your eyes and bring to your mind a promise that you made to yourself and didn't fulfill it. And then ask your body, was this truly my desire? Or did I want it because it looked good? Or did I want it because others valued it? Or did I want it because I wanted to impress somebody? Was it really my desire? And if the desire still feels alive in your body, then ask, what do I need from me to follow through, to fulfill this desire? And if it doesn't feel like your desire, you can let it go and then gently open your eyes. So, to fulfill your promises, your feminine doesn't want strict discipline. She doesn't want you to force it on her. She just desires for aligned devotion. Now, let's move to point number 3, the third pillar, which is discernment, knowing your yes and no. So, this final pillar, that is discernment, is your ability to judge clearly, which is again a masculine trait. You should know how to separate truth from the noise, alignment from distraction. The wisdom to sense the truth is feminine, but the courage to act on it and be discerning is masculine. Discernment shows everywhere in your regular life, the content that you consume, who you give access to your life, which conversations you engage in, which paths you choose, and the woman who has a balanced inner masculine supporting the feminine, it helps you to pause before making a choice. She doesn't react impulsively. She filters before she chooses. So let's take an example from social media. Suppose you're scrolling through your Instagram and you see a shocking news. But instead of accepting the headline at the face value, you pause to consider if this is a fact or just an opinion. A woman who has a balanced masculine energy within her, she practices discernment. So she would question the source of this article, this news, whatever it is. And also, she would like to understand the intent of the information. Is it really designed to inform us or just promote an emotional reaction? And this power of engagement gives you the ability to choose your truth and then decide what to engage with and what not to engage with. Okay, let's try this last embodiment practice. Close your eyes and drop the word discernment in your body. Notice, does your body expand or it contracts? Or does it feel neutral? And where do you feel it? Is it in your throat? Is it in your heart space? Is it in your belly? Simply notice. If you want, you can place a hand there for a few breaths and breathe straight into it. And just feel into the sensation of it, feel into the flavor of it. And know that this is where your truth wants to speak from. Now you can open your eyes. So these are the 3 pillars that you should strengthen within you so your feminine can finally rest. Boundaries, commitment, discernment. When the inner masculine is strengthened and empowered, the feminine doesn't need to stay alert all the time. She can soften, she opens, she creates, and she heals. And safety stops being something that you chase outside of yourself. It becomes something that you embody. So take a moment and ask yourself, which pillar do I need to strengthen right now? And which one do I already carry with grace? I would love to hear from you. If you want to share, you can leave a comment. And remember, when a woman feels safe within herself, everything in her life begins to reorganize around that truth. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.